Ho, ho. Look, I come from a city, you hear signs when we sleep. Heaven sent, hands down, vibes so unique. They ain't play their part, so my part is play for keeps. Why I a kid, but I never saw that.
Yeah, roll tide, Josh. Let's go. Welcome in to Lock, Loaded, and Goated. Riddle, I'm sorry, bro. Anyway, welcome into Lock, Loaded, and Goated, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have a great show for you guys tonight. We have lots of hot takes. Lots of hot takes. Appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you. Thank you. So, with that said, we're going to start the show off. We're going to talk about our week five thoughts. Tony, we'll start with you. You lead the pack. We got Tony Pavia over here, and he's going to tell us what he thought of week 5 and what he's thinking about the season so far.
Week 5, still, I mean, some teams, they came out, they played better than what they thought. It's going to be an interesting year. Still don't think there's still a top dog, cream of the crop, so to say. But what I learned is definitely Penn State is still who I thought they was. They choked again at home, so that's nothing new.
Yeah,
nothing new there.
Well, that's Tony Pavia coming in strong right there with the intro. Go ahead, Riddle. What you got?
What I learned is we have a great community. I had a little medical issue at the house on Saturday. I had a lot of people check in with me, make sure everything was all right, and send prayers and everything else, and I greatly appreciate that. On football terms, there's still no love for the group of 5. And I'm going to elaborate on that just a little bit more than just saying it this week. One of these teams is going to the playoff. There's no reason that one or two of them shouldn't be ranked. I have Memphis ranked number 20 in my rankings. You have USF at 3-1 with 2 ranked wins. Navy 4-0, Tulane 4-1, Boise State 3-1, James Madison 3-1. One of these teams is going to the playoff. So all they're doing, the AP poll, by not having them ranked, is opening up a whole nother discussion as to the group of 5 not even having an automatic bid if there's no team ranked.
Well, that's good. We got Big E over there, Big Jordan Elkins. What's going on, brother? What's your week 5 thoughts?
Week 5 thoughts. How does James Franklin still have a job? I mean, let's face it, this guy may be one of the biggest. He may be one of the best program builders out there, but he just can't get over the hump. He might be. I saw it on Facebook this week. Somebody made a comment.
We're going to talk about it.
I'm telling you, man. He could be the guy before the guy. He'll get you out of obscurity. He's he's the kind of guy that somebody like Virginia Tech right now could really use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Troy said, I learned cowbells aren't very intimidating. Of course, we were sitting on the Tennessee sideline. Tony Pavia was intimidated, and he made it known that whole time. I'm your host, Brandon Andrews, and like I said, we've got Tony Pardo, Jeff Riddle Jr., and Jordan Elkins, and we are the Lock, Load, and Go to crew, and we're going to get started. We're going to jump right into this. And first thing we're going to do is hit off with the riddle. So we do a riddle each week, and Riddle is keeping up with the riddle answer winners, and he is going to reward you guys at the end of the year with whoever the top 3 are. So Riddle, take it away, brother.
All righty. This week's trivia question is inspired by Alabama's win over Georgia and my attempt to humble them and remind them that they lost their season opener. So here's the question. Since the creation of the AP poll in 1936, there have only been 4 teams that lost their season opener and went on to win the national championship. What team was the last team to lose their season opener and still win the national championship?
That's a good one. So y'all be thinking about that. That was a good question. It stumped me. Jordan got it right away. Of course, he's a walking thesaurus for all football knowledge. KB says, "How about them dogs?" Boy, I tell you what.
Mississippi State Bulldogs or what?
Still can't beat Alabama.
It feels good. It feels good. All right. So Riddle, good question there. We like that. Seeing, People are trying to throw their answers out in the chat. We'll see what happens there. Here we go. Big Hunt says, still waiting on Kirby to kick the field goal. All right. So, looking at the Heisman predictions. So, we're going to start to show off a little light, little seasoning before we get into the nitty gritty of the James Franklin world. So, I'm going to put a graphic up on the screen. Like as always, we'll show you the graphic, and we're going to kind of put it up there for a minute. Then we'll take it down to talk about it. But the first thing we're going to do is talk about the Heisman odds. And if you're on the big screen, if you're watching on YouTube, Purple, you can see it. But bottom line is, here's the updated Heisman odds. The win over Penn State through Dante Moore, who I may remind everyone Tony said was ass, into the driver's seat.
He is. Just joke. Don't worry. He's
no
an Oregon Duck.
Pay no attention to the Ty Simpson, because, like I said, I think it's early there. The one name creeping up the list, I remember last week when we showed this graphic, Jeremiah Smith has moved up substantially, and he continues to move up. Mendoza dropped down, and Beck's kind of still hanging out. So you can see the list, though. There's Chambliss, Riddle. You highlighted him, and he's moved up quite a bit. Julian Sayin has now passed some of the other guys like Joey Swag and Pavia and Marcel Reed, but it's still anybody's game. I'm gonna take the graphic down now, and we're gonna start with you, Jordan. Update. What's your thoughts? A lot of big games left to be played, so it's kind of early to be thinking that way.
What was that, Brandon? I'm sorry.
I said it's kind of early for the Heisman prediction, but you've seen the graphic. You kind of know where everyone stands.
Yeah.
You say, what's your prediction on how this, let's just say top 3 by the end of this weekend?
By the end of this weekend, I'm thinking this is going to be a wide open race. At least for another couple weeks. ESPN hasn't started their push yet. Me and Brandon were talking off camera. That was going to be John Mateer. He was going to have a push. He gets hurt. It was going to be Klubnik. He's been terrible. It was going to be Lagway. He's been worse. Unlike Tony, I think the Moore kid is a good quarterback. I look for him to have a shot to be there.
I can see that.
My boy Joey should absolutely be in the top 3. I mean, he's lighting it up.
Yeah, he's doing good.
I don't know.
Doing really good.
He put up as good a numbers as anybody out there.
I agree.
A third one, I'm just going to hold off with them too.
That's fine. And you don't have to do
there's
anymore
anybody
right
else that I like at this point right now.
But we're going to talk a little bit about this topic. Tony, what are you thinking as far as Heisman goes right now?
Well, I guess, okay, so Moore, obviously, he's not ass. I'm just tired of this glazing thing that goes on every fucking year with all these Oregon quarterbacks. It's every fucking year, and you can't say it's not. Just like Dylan Gabriel, everybody was riding his nuts last year. I'm tired of that shit. And might as well just make this a war for quarterbacks only. I don't mind the Jeremiah Smith. I would rather actually see him win it than most of these kids that are on this list. Because, I mean, hell, you got Sam Levitt above Joey Aguilar. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with the Sam Levitt shit, okay? I like him. I liked him last year. This year, he's underperformed. So what's the reason now for him moving up past Aguilar? Why? It's a joke.
Oh, I don't have a really good reason for you there.
It's a joke. No, it's a joke. That's why. But
I like this fire out of Tony.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
come out swinging early this week.
I'm trying not to be biased because I really like how Joey plays.
Look at Deez's comment.
Joey plays. What? What did he say? Chris Brazzell. Yeah, Brazzell. He should get some love too. That's bullshit.
There is an absolute.
So many.
That could be true. That could be true right there.
That's what I'm saying. Throw another skill player in there. Like, get some of these quarterbacks out of here. Some of these quarterbacks don't deserve to be in these, projected Heisman finalist crap. That's a load of shit.
I agree with that.
So let's get someone. Brazzell, like I said, I'll be fine with Jeremiah Smith as long as, obviously doesn't get hurt or anything like that. I still like Joey. I don't care. I just feel like he's going to come out every week. He's going to ball out. Now, I guess they're going to look at wins. So if that's the case, I guess just go ahead and give it Dante Moore. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
they're just gonna look at wins
don't know
and
yet.
shit, and then give it
We don't
Dante
know
Moore.
yet.
That's
Oh,
apparently
boy.
that's a big factor.
Well,
Apparently that's a big factor,
I know.
which is
So
a joke.
just so everyone knows, like I said, we got a few topics we're gonna cover. Then we'll go into the marquee matchup. So give us the time there. Riddle, what are you thinking on the Heisman right now?
The Heisman's supposed to go to the best player in college football. Let's not forget that. Does it all the time? No. Last year, I think it did. I agreed with it last year. I think Travis Hunter playing both ways and playing 90% of the game, that was obviously he's the best player in college football.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the majority of the time, it's a popularity contest. It really is. And it has become more of a quarterback award. So I'm going to give a couple names. And even my quarterback that I have is not even on the graphic. I had Sawyer Robertson wrote down. He's first in the nation in passing yards, first in the nation in passing touchdowns. But the other two names to keep an eye on, because I did Chambliss last week. He's now on the list, so I don't want to pick him again. I'm going to pick two more that aren't on the list. I'm going to go with running back Ahmad Hardy from Missouri. He's first in the nation in rushing yards and tied first in the nation in rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And then the USC wide receiver, Mekhi Lemon. He's first in the nation in receiving yards, 8th in receptions, 6th in touchdowns, only one behind the leader there. And against Illinois, he had 11 receptions for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns and made some catches that he should not have been able to make. The kid's very, very special. So
He's playing
if
good.
I had to pick right now, based off of who's performed best against the best competition, Dante Moore deserves to be at the top because he's had the best opportunity to showcase himself on a national level against a good team. There's a lot of people on that list that have plenty of games coming up, one of them being this Saturday with Diego Pavia, to prove they deserve to be in that conversation. So
So that's where I'm going to go with my take on it. Is it's all about the story for the Heisman Trophy. Jordan, we talked about this before. It's all about who can they put a story with and kind of market and package that for ESPN to give that push. So if Pavia beats Alabama this weekend, of course, that is a wonderful narrative to push and prop up and go. Same thing with Joey. If he goes out and wins every other game and he's throwing up 300 yards a game, it's a great story because look at his story. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's complete. Carson Beck is another name where the story just fits that narrative for ESPN. So keep an eye on him. And then obviously Jeremiah Smith has been touted as one of the best players in football since last year, since the playoffs. So I could see any of those guys. But I really like Chambliss. And the reason why is the dude had 2 games, like he's behind 2 games of every other player. And look at the numbers he's got. He's just freaking killing it, dude. He's killing it. LSU's defense is nothing to sneeze at. I'm not saying they're as good as we thought. I'm not saying they're as bad. They're just, but he played well, and it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting for sure. So with that, we're going to go into Tony's favorite subject, and it's the coaching carousel. So before we even start the carousel, because we have another man riding that train, we're going to get into a topic that Jordan talked about, and that is James Franklin. There's only one James Franklin. It was that Ryan Day was the James Franklin or Michael Jordan of James Franklin's, and now there's just James Franklin. So if you look at the graphic that's on the screen right now, it says since 2016, here are James Franklin wins against top 10 teams. 2023 Utah in a game where Cam Rising was hurt, and 2024 Boise State in the college football playoff. That's it. 2 top 10 wins. 2 top 10 wins in James Franklin's career. And then before we move on any further, we're going to go pull up another graphic. And this just goes on to say what Big Hunt said earlier, and that is James Franklin's record at Penn State. 1-15 versus top 5 opponents, 4-21 versus top 4 opponents, 15-30 versus top 25 opponents, and 4-17 versus Michigan and Ohio State. And it's important to note that a lot of times these stats are given to them where they played at the time they played them, not where the teams finished. So in essence, James Franklin only has 2 wins of the top 10 and teams in where they finished for the year. So this is substantial. This is a substantial black eye, essentially, on James Franklin. And we're going to start with Riddle on this one. Riddle, thoughts on Franklin? I don't think he's going anywhere, but what are you thinking as far as Penn State?
So, I think he's a really good coach. Jordan mentioned this earlier. He is a great builder of programs. And I'm not going to say that Penn State was a complete rebuild, but what they were facing when he took over, that was the worst sanctions anybody had faced since the death penalty. So I just wrote down today, I went and looked back today. You know, he got to Vanderbilt in 2011. The 2 years prior to him showing up, they were 4-20 and had one winning season since 1982. He went 24-15 and had 2 9-win seasons back to back and was 2-1 in bowl games in the 3 years he was at Vandy. Then he went to Penn State. When he got there, they were on a 5-year probation that started in 2012. So they had 3 years to go. They had a $60 million fine, 4-year postseason ban, vacated all wins from 98 to 2011, which were later given back, 4-year reduction of grants and aid, and numerous other sanctions when he took them over. He is now the second, I think he's second on all-time wins in Penn State's history. And Vanderbilt, he's 8th all-time in wins there. And he was only there for 3 years. So
what? Is that
he was
for
only
real?
there for 3 years. Yes, that is for real.
Holy shit.
Here's the thing though, and it goes with the graphics we showed. He's 128-58 overall, being at a terrible Vandy school, and he turned them around and taking over a Penn State team that was sanctioned out the wazoo.
Good coach.
He's 8-7 in bowl games, and he's got 1 conference title throughout his whole coaching career. So, I think if you need a coach to come in there and get your program headed in the right direction, he's a great choice. If you need he's the one that's going to get you to the mountain. He's not the one that's going to get you over the mountain.
So Jordan elaborated on this, and I've got a movie that I'm gonna correlate James Franklin to. He's Good Luck Chuck. He is Good Luck Chuck. He's the motherfucker you fuck before you want to get married. That's exactly who he is. He's Good Luck Chuck. Dane Cook, Good Luck Chuck. That's him. All right, Jordan, you're up, brother.
I mean, I've already said all I can say on James Franklin. I mean, the powers that be at Penn State, have to be getting awful itchy. I mean, it's hard to take, outside of that, outside of top 25 teams, the guy's great.
Yes, I agree.
And of course, the Big Ten is chock full of teams outside of the top 25. So the dude just beats up, on nobody's. I know the brass has to be getting itchy because they've been pretty good for a while now. Now they're wanting to make that next step to what Penn State football used to be. And I just don't think they get there with James Franklin. I don't know how I'm not sure how much longer the leash is for him.
Can't be much longer. It's going to be the same situation Mark Richt faced at Georgia. Mark Richt averaged 10 wins a season for 15 years and never won the big one. They're going to get tired of it eventually.
Programming, and Kirby's took it to those next
levels.
All right, so
we're talking, but we,
Tony, you're up.
So saying to fire him, which I agree. Does he deserve to be fired? Fuck yeah, because I've been saying it for the last couple of years now. But whatever. Thing is, is he not only like 2 or 3 years into a 10-year extension?
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
So he's not going anywhere. Yeah, I agree with you there. We're just saying he's on the leash.
He won't be fired. And just like y'all said, Jordan, great against teams that are nothing, like this weekend against UCLA. They should cover that spread. If they don't, then there's
Penn
fucking
State
dog
hasn't
shit.
covered a spread all year.
I know.
So
this is the time to do it.
I want to ask this, though. Tony, you're a Titans fan. You're wearing a Titans jersey. If I said the Titans could win 10 games every year but never win the big one, knowing where you're at right now, what would you say?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Hey, we asked.
I'd rather be asked and keep making it just, good enough to stay relevant. Fuck that. No, I want a title.
But Tony, you're probably 10 years out from a title. If that.
I don't care. Exactly.
Okay,
but you gave me the option. I would rather suck ass than have 10 years of just being, hey, they're pretty good.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Okay. All right. So the only thing I'll say about James Franklin is Riddle, I think you hit on this, is he wins the games he's supposed to win. So I have a stat that Kalen DeBoer is 7-1 against top 10 teams. but you lose to Vanderbilt. What the
He's
fuck,
undefeated
boys?
against Georgia.
But what the fuck, boys? I'm just asking you. I mean, if you can win the big games against top 10 matchups, but you can't even manage to beat Vandy and Oklahoma, who's a 6-6 team, which poison are you taking? Because I'm just saying the perfect coach, Saban, is gone. And even he had his fallacies, but like Kirby's the probably closest thing as you're ever going to see to him again. And like even Kirby has his, he has his issues. The perfect coach doesn't exist out there. So if you said you had to take one or the other, I mean, it's hard. It's hard. You ride a wave as high as a fucking mountain when you beat Georgia, and then Vandy's going to come in this weekend and they could beat our ass. I mean, what do you do anyway?
So Troy said, "Imagine if I was a Dallas fan." Actually, when I was a kid, before Houston moved to Tennessee, I was a Cowboys fan.
I can see that. That's what we call bandwagon.
I had the starter jackets. I had the Deion Sanders posters, Emmitt Smith posters, all kinds of shit on my wall.
So you like the players. You like the players. Like you were like all about the players and the swag and everything. Yeah, and that's fine. I don't care about that.
Well, Tennessee's got a team now, so.
Yeah, now I get to suffer through that. So
we did have a rough time beating road games, yeah. I have a friend.
Tony, just
yeah.
Hey, you can rest easy knowing they haven't won a title since you left either.
Yeah, that's the problem. KB says KB says I have a friend on the Titans. Low key, I feel bad for him. KB, go ahead and tell us who your friend is. Tony's the diehard Titans fan.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm a Titans fan, but I'm not like him. But we're just a Darrell Baker.
No,
or Daryl Baker.
At least he doesn't have to. At least it's not all his fault.
So part two of this question is, we know now, Jordan, we were hitting on this. We were all hitting on it. All of us. Pittman was gone. We were hitting on it. And we just didn't know when. And the shoe dropped a week after Jordan predicted. And it's when we kind of all said, yeah, it's going to happen, because the Notre Dame loss was embarrassing. And where do they go? I know.
More so.
Where do they go? And who's next in the carousel? So it's a two-part question. Where does Arkansas go? Does Petrino win out? Or not win out, but does Petrino do enough to keep the job? Or do they go outside? And then who is next in this coaching carousel to kind of drop off the face of the earth? So, George, we'll start with Tony. Tony this time. Tony, you're up.
Yeah, I was about to say that I feel like they already have their guy now.
Oh.
I mean, hell, he's proven coach, had success there. Louisville, not so much in Atlanta when he dipped to go there to the Falcons. But I feel like he's still highly capable of running a pretty good team. He was a good OC for him, obviously, but he's not a dummy. He knows how to coach. Now he's still going to come in Knoxville next week and lose. But that'd be a good start for him. He get his licks in. Yep, he gets licks in, and then he'll grow from there. I think hell, if he wins, I don't know.
Pease did say that at the beginning of the year.
They'll probably win a handful more games. And I know it's weird because sometimes, a coach gets fired or and then you start bringing these assistants up and shit. Yeah. And they got no experience and they just suck ass the rest of the year. I don't think this is the case with Arkansas. I think they'll be probably just as good and probably better, a little better. So I think that they probably will. I bet they've been wanting this. Honestly,
now, the crazy thing is, does the locker room collapse now that you lost Pittman? Because Pittman is a player's coach. People love him. The players love him. Petrino, I mean, he's been there, so maybe. Riddle, what do you think?
So 5 of their last 7 games are against ranked opponents. They go to Neyland next week, home against A&M, home against Auburn, home against Mississippi State, at LSU, at Texas, home against Missouri. That's their remaining schedule. They have a really good young quarterback.
Yes. I
think 4, maybe 5 wins, if they can pull up an upset somewhere, is the ceiling for them the rest of the way. A total. They've already got 2. Okay. Pittman has been coaching since 1984, and Arkansas was his first head coaching job at the major level. He coached junior college years and years ago.
Yeah.
He was
Come to
3-0
Bama.
in bowl games. He was 32-34. I mean, for his first stint, it's not terrible.
Nah, I for an SEC
Kudos to
stint,
him. Right.
SEC
And they went
stint, yeah.
9-4. They went 9-4 in 2021. He will get another job, probably as an O-line coach, and he could go to any team in the country. Any team in the country would be lucky to have
Any one
him.
of them. Come on down, buddy.
And just to piggyback off of what Tony said, I think they got their guy. There's all kinds of rumor mills going around. If you look into it, that this was all Petrino's plan that he put into motion, and he came back as the offensive coordinator and the QB's coach in 2024.
You're
just
saying
been
there was
biding
a
his time.
There's a coup.
Because if you think, I mean, Petrino's 137-71 overall. He's 5-6 in bowl games. He led Arkansas to their first BCS bowl victory in their school's history. He finished 2011 11-2, and his only losses were to Alabama and LSU, and those two teams played in the national championship that year.
And it wasn't like Arkansas wanted to get rid of him when he left. I mean,
right?
No, yeah.
Like Troy said, if it wasn't for the Harley and the women's volleyball team, no telling what that school could have become.
I thought he was like a Honda Rebel.
Well, whatever.
Suzuki Savage.
If they decide to go out and try to make a splash, there's a man that got fired at Oklahoma State recently that I think would be a great pick to go to Arkansas.
That's
because
ballsy.
they got that Walmart money. But
that's ballsy. I like that.
I'll put that in the ether.
I like it. I like it. That's you know what?
Put it out there.
You know what? Complacency is a real thing. We all know that. And Gundy may have gotten complacent. I still think Gundy was a hell of a coach. We shared his stats last week, and he's not bad in terms of what he did. Jordan, what do you think? Pittman's out. Who do they get, and who's next on the hot seat? The coach carousel.
You know, Jeff could be on to something there with Arkansas having their guy, because the day after they named Petrino interim coach, he went in and fired every member on the defensive staff. Wiped the house clean. I mean,
don't blame him, though.
That's some Tony Pardo shit right there.
Hey, that is some Tony. That's some Tony Pavia shit.
While, you know, it's some Tony P kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The next one to fall.
That's just tough.
As far as for major teams, I don't know that there is
anybody.
Thank you.
These, Josh. Thank y'all.
I mean, you know, everybody's been saying Sunbelt Billy for a while. I've been telling y'all the buyout's too high. Finally, this week, Urban Meyer has come out and said, "Hey, the buyout's too high. You probably got him for another year, so maybe people will finally start listening."
These.
Shout out to Urban. I'm sure he was listening when I told everybody that. So,
these. That's a hot take right there.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing though. The buyout's even higher. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's not happening. So I'll say this. I agree with Riddle. Yeah. Pittman will go anywhere. I'll take him at Bama right now. And he could be dude, honestly, now the way things are structured, he could be an analyst and make 200, 300K and just ride out on that Arkansas money until, you know, things that go on. But so as far as who do they get? So I agree. Arkansas is that team. I agree. They are that team that'll do the Petrino deal. I think that's where it's at. I would love to see a Golish or someone like a Gundy get a shot, because I think it's going to take a special kind of coach to win there. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if Petrino still got it. Maybe he does. He's been out a while. I mean, he ain't really been hot, because didn't he go back to Louisville and really just struggled mightily? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then as far as who is next on the hot seat, I don't think it's Kelly, and I don't think it's Hugh Freeze. I think Hugh Freeze has enough talent there this year, and their defense is playing good at Auburn. I don't know why their defense is playing out of this world. Luke Fickell at Wisconsin, Cody, that he was a name that was on our list a few weeks ago. I'll go with him. I think he's probably a solid pick as there ever was, because Wisconsin is nowhere near where we ever thought they were going to be. Luke Fickell was a playoff coach, got Cincinnati to the playoffs, and it's been downhill since Wisconsin. So we'll go there. D says Stoops is another one. Dude,
I think Stoops is a career guy there.
I think Kentucky's happy with him.
Kentucky is a basketball school, and every 4 or 5 years,
every 3 years,
every 4 or 5 years, those Stoops will pull off a 10-win season and play in a high-profile bowl, and that's all they want there.
Yeah, it's a puncher's chance. With Stoops, it's a puncher's chance. You have a chance every time you swing to knock that guy out, but you know what? You're going to get knocked out a couple times too because you're exposing yourself. That's who Stoops is.
And if the fan outcry gets big enough and loud enough, and the boosters are the biggest ones, until they start calling for his head and want to put up some money to do it, it ain't going to happen.
That'd be interesting. But I will say, as the more dominoes fall, these coaches are going to start getting phone calls. And the thing is just because they're still in a season doesn't mean the agents can't be reaching out going, are you interested in this? Is this something you're interested in? I'm telling you my name, and I've said it ever since USF started playing Alabama and ever since he was at Tennessee. Golish is the hot name for me. That's the hot name. That dude knows how to coach an offense. But it's interesting, and we're going to see how it plays out. Bama wants to Borgon. I mean, we don't – Josh, no, I mean – some of us do, and I'm not one of them. I mean, like I said,
Georgia saved his job.
Yeah, anyway, we're not going to talk about it. So now we're going to get to the hot take, and we have a special hot take this week. Hot takes usually in my wheelhouse, but Jordan had one that was undeniable. So Jordan, take the floor.
All right, let's play a little game.
We'll give you some stats. Little game. Like
and
fucking Jigsaw?
Yeah, something like that. Receiver number 1, 28 receptions, 396 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a 14.1 yard average.
Okay, 4 TDs, right?
4 TDs.
All right.
Receiver number 2, 31 catches for 531 yards, 7 touchdowns, and a 17.1 average.
That's Brazel. I can already tell by your face.
Yeah, I know which that one was.
So tell me who the first one was.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith.
God damn, Jordan, you got to make this harder, bro. I can tell by your face gave it away. Your face, I could see it in your eyes.
Well, the 7 touchdowns and the 17.1 yards per catch gave Brazel away.
Jordan, I agree with you. I think Brazel is easily top 5 receiver, and receiver is so debatable.
Well, no, this isn't about Brazel.
Okay.
I've got a couple more guys down here.
Oh, my bad. I will say this, though. Jeremiah Smith brings something to the table because you are having to use extra defenders on this guy. Brazel hasn't got there yet, but I guarantee you he's going to be.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming. And I think he can handle it. I think he can handle it. I think he's that good. I really do think he's that good. And Tony, I agree. Matthews is good too. So it's not about Jordan. It's 100%. It's not about the one receiver you have. It's about the collective group. And I think, okay, go ahead. Sorry. Carry on with your stats.
Oh, no, you're good. This next guy, 35 catches, 589 yards, 5 tutties, a 16.8 average.
That's a guy I touched on earlier. That's Mekhi Lemon.
The last one.
That's good, though.
The last one, 24 catches, 477 yards, 4 touchdowns, 19.9 yards a catch.
Is that the A&M receiver that's been catching everything that Reed's been throwing up? Yeah.
Craver.
Mario Carver. Jeremiah Smith for the Biletnikoff is the favorite over every one of these other guys.
And every one of them statistically are better than him. But I'll be the first to admit.
Brazel hadn't had a bye week yet.
Right.
I know Smith has had a bye. I mean, there's a little bit.
There's a little bit,
yeah. But
Tennessee's doing good, dude.
I mean, Jeremiah Smith has put up terrible numbers against, let's face it, not very good teams.
Yeah.
They've yet to play a good team.
Well, that has to do with a freshman quarterback, too. I know Tony hates to hear that, but.
Right. Now, like Tony says, I mean, he's getting paid. He's getting paid. It's time to get professional.
No,
But-
that young time.
But Jeremiah Smith is doing what he needs to do. He's doing what he has to do. He catches his balls. He doesn't drop them like Ryan Williams, or the Georgia receiver. I mean, if we're calling a spade, right, Riddle? I mean, when you drop balls, I mean,
Before this week, you had people like Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard.
Jeremy Bernard's a good receiver. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not saying he's Blitnikoff.
But you had all of these with shorter odds to win the Blitnikoff
than Brazel.
Coming in. I mean, it started, people started kind of taking notice this last week. And he's climbed up now. Brazel, these four, Brazel still has the longest at 7.5 to 1. Jeremiah Smith's 3.5 to 1. Mekhi Lemon's 3.6 to 1.
I agree, Big Hunt.
Mario Carver is tied with Brazel at 7.5 to 1.
If I had to say it right now, I'd say Lemon and then Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith has the ESPN push that we talked about. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. He has it. It's not going anywhere. Jeremy Bernard is Alabama's best receiver, as Big Hunt said. That's 100%, and that has taken 100% away from Ryan Williams. And I don't care if you drop balls, get on the fucking bench. I mean, it is what it is. You can be the best at doing all that shaky bullshit, but if you can't catch the ball, you ain't doing nobody no fucking favors. But yeah, I like Brazel, man. I hate it. I hate talking about it. I hate the Tennessee, but Tennessee has a good offense. I mean, they've got a good offense this year. Thank you for the follow. They have a good offense this year, so I cannot knock anything you're saying because honestly, it's true. Tennessee has a very, very good offensive scheme. Although I don't like where the running game is. It's weird to say that with Tennessee. It's underperforming for a Tennessee offense. Do we agree? The run game. For a Tennessee hypo offense, it's underperforming where it normally is. Is that?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, you're hitting bigger, you're hitting more chunk plays with your quarterback this year than you had the last 2 years.
Okay. So you're saying
that's eating up a lot of that running opportunity.
Okay. That's fair. I'll take it.
They might not be as efficient, but they're not popping off, like,
thank you for following.
8-10 yards like Samson would, he just rip off.
Yeah.
But
they're
good enough where they can, like 4 yards cloud of dust, and then they might gain, pop one off about 12 and so on. They keep it moving somewhat. They did struggle somewhat against Mississippi State and that second and third quarter.
Oh, yeah, but that's because Mississippi State's got two really good corners.
Well, yeah,
let them kind of load that box up and throw some exotic looks at them.
But in that fourth quarter, Mississippi State, I mean, really, they're worn down. Since he started moving the ball on the ground, and then Joey had his way, really, in that last, 8 minutes.
Tennessee's still 7th in the nation in total offense. So
yeah,
per game.
Do you see where they are? You see where they're ranked in points allowed in the SEC on defense? Tony may be onto something. Tony may be onto something, bro. Now they have played 5 games. They've played 5 games.
Yeah.
So it is a little different. Tennessee has played 5 games, and
7th in the nation and 2nd in the SEC in total yards per game.
I think they're great. I mean, I've said that. I mean, I'm on record. I think they're great. I think they have a good offense, and the team is very good. Joey Aguilar is playing very good. The defense is awesome, Tony.
They're okay.
As long as you give up one more point than what you score in the Alabama game, that's all we need.
We're still going to score 40 plus in that game.
Well,
I know it's coming.
Big Hunt said Ryan Williams has all the talent, but he can't catch a cold. Josh says no one was saying that last year. Josh, Ryan Williams has had the most drops of any receiver in like their first 2 years, like going back to Julio Jones. And I'm not saying Julio, I'm saying like going back to 2008 years. So it's noticeable. People are starting to notice the drops, and he's going through the yips for whatever reason. So, all right. So that's it, Jordan. You done with the hot take? You good?
Yeah. Well, we're waiting on the wide receivers.
Oh, go. That's it? The wide receivers?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, good. No, I just want to make sure before we moved on to the marquee matchups this week. So we're going to start it right now, and we're going to start with we had a little vote on which game to pick. I wanted Georgia, Kentucky, because we have a Georgia fan on here, but he said
we're not doing the Georgia.
No, he said buff that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said
That's
it.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I just
So
got everything wrote down, and I had that
I'm
one
sorry.
wrote down.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Deez.
So
Quickly.
what did he say? What did he say? Oh,
He
sure.
asked if
Yeah.
trivia was
Okay.
done.
All right. So here we are. Number 11, Texas Tech at Houston. Texas Tech's 11.5-point favorite. Pretty big matchup for the Big 12 right now. Pretty big matchup. I think we all can agree on that. Tony, we're starting with you. Break it down. Who you got?
You know, I went back and forth with this today. Texas Tech, really good. They can run the ball pretty well. Their defense is actually one of the better defenses they've had in years, probably. You know, used to they had to sling it out to win. You know, and they had to score like 45 plus just to have a chance at winning. They did beat the brakes off of Utah, which is kind of surprising to me. But you know what? I'm going to say Houston did look kind of mediocre-ish last week, especially offensively. I still think they have a decent, okay defense, but they're going to have to run the ball. Houston has to run the ball to give themselves a shot, at least keeping it close. Hell, I think the 11.5 honestly is too big for them at home. I thought I read somewhere where what's his name at Fritz? Is that their coach?
Willie Fritz. Willie Fritz. He's there. Yeah, Willie. Oh, fast Willie.
I don't know. I could be mistaken, but as an underdog at home against the spread, he is 8-4. So I'm gonna take Houston. Give me Houston.
Damn it, Tony, you making me feel all wet inside.
Hey, you're welcome. That's what I do.
Georgia verified seller says 27-17 Tech. Ooh, that would not cover the spread. Okay, Riddle, you're up. Who you got versus the spread?
Like Tony, I went back and forth on this one because that 11.5 is a big number. Houston is led by former Texas A&M quarterback Connor Wegman, who has accounted for 980 yards and 10 touchdowns. Houston's off to their first 4-0 start since 2016. Their defense is ranked 16th nationally in total defense. They're 11th against the pass, giving up 140.3 yards per game. They're 14th in the nation in points per game at 14.6. The thing about it is when you look into them, it's hard to find anything that they do great. They have been good across the board, but not great. Texas Tech is second nationally in total offense, averaging 573 yards per game. They're first in passing, 368.5 yards per game. Second in points. Baron Morton is going to start Saturday. Even if he didn't, their backup Will Hammond went 13-16 for 169, 2 touchdowns, and had 61 yards rushing in relief last week. Texas Tech has won 11 of the last 12 against Houston, and I think they're going to win big this week, and I hate that for Houston, so I'm going to take Texas Tech.
Boom.
Recency bias.
I will tell you this. Is it Morton? Is that his name? Is that his last name?
Baron Morton.
Watch out for him on the Heisman list. Watch out for him. Because their competition's not getting any harder. Everyone else is getting harder and harder and harder. Theirs is just getting easier and easier and easier because they're in the Big 12. So, Jordan, you're up. What do you got?
The kiss of death is what I got.
Thank you, Georgia Sellers.
I don't miss 11.5, right?
Thank you, Georgia.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cougars plus 11.5 on this one.
Okay.
So I got the kiss of death. I mean.
All right. Well, Riddle, it's up to me, and I'm going with you. Texas Tech wins big. And Tony, thank you for that fucking luck. God, it feels good. It feels good to be on the right side of history.
Let's see about it.
All right.
Page is turning.
Yeah, this page is turning. 8-22, got a long way to go. That's a big mountain to climb. All right. So, Josh, he will say it's greatest safety in Titans history.
Do what?
God.
I said, did you go over our records when we started this?
No.
Yeah.
But,
everybody understands why we fade Tony.
Yeah. So the fade Tony thing for those that are new. Jordan is leading the way this year. He's 16-14 against the spread. Me and Brandon are 14-16 after bad weeks last week. Tony Pardo's 8-22.
Hey, so I had improvement last week.
If you just bet against Tony, you will be a winner. Like, I mean, you will make money. Guys, we should be selling this on freaking Patreon. So Dane said, how'd the biscuit league look? How's the biscuit league
Only got
look?
a 0.
Oh, he know
If you're
ball.
not in the biscuit league, you can't ask about the
D
biscuit league.
D says he knows ball.
Cannot
He
talk.
knows ball. All right. So next game we got on the list is number 16, the Fighting Pavias at Vanderbilt at number 10, Alabama. Alabama is a 10.5 point favorite. That's a big number. Riddle, we start with you.
All right, this is the first ranked matchup between these two schools in 88 years.
It's the 30.
1937 was the last time these two teams were ranked.
Oh God.
Throw out some more facts for you. Vanderbilt hasn't won in Tuscaloosa since 1984. I think so.
Sorry.
This is kind of two parts. It goes both ways. I think this still could be a letdown game for Alabama again this week, just like it was last year. They come off of a huge emotional win against Georgia. They go to Vanderbilt. They're supposed to steamroll them, and they laid an egg. And I'm afraid that they go into Georgia, they win in a place that nobody has since 2019, and they're going to get the big head again, thinking they're back on track, everything else, and they could lay an egg again. The flip side of that is they should be thinking revenge. This should be an easy game for that coaching staff to get them ready for. So watch out for that. Another little piece of history, and I got my little picture of the week here. Only 3 times has Vanderbilt ever won back-to-back games against Alabama. That was 1905 and 1906, 1949 and 1950, and 1955 and 1956.
50s were a tough time for the Tide.
I'm not going to call the outright upset, but I will take Vanderbilt plus 10.5 here.
All right.
And this is the reason why. This is the reason why. Vanderbilt is very successful running the ball. Alabama is ranked 90th in the nation in run defense.
Yeah. So I'm going to pin this comment that's worth, Pardo is the James Franklin of Lock, Loaded, and Goated with that record. So from now on, D says, please introduce Tony from now on as James Franklin Jr.
Right,
for this segment. So he is James Franklin Jr. Troy, that's not true at all. We didn't claim any in the 50s. Good try, bro.
That's 100%
Good try. Good try. Okay, Jordan, what do you got?
Yeah, there's no Cinderella this week. Vanderbilt comes back to earth. Alabama absolutely steamrolls them. Give me the Tide minus 10.5 at home.
All right. James Franklin Jr., you're up.
Well, I hope I still have friends after this.
Uh-oh.
Me and Riddle was talking about it kind of on the way out from work today, and I felt like this is probably a game that Bama has had circled on their damn calendar because they're not going to forget what happened last year in Nashville. I mean, I know there's a lot of people glazing up Pavia, even someone on this panel that's a Bama fan. But I feel like this game.
Am I glazing him or am I glazing you?
You glaze.
I'm glazing you.
The hell out
I'm
of
glazing you. You're part of Pavia.
This game, I feel like it's going to mean more to Bama. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna take Bama the points, right? But if
There's that kiss of death.
yeah,
I gotta change my pick now.
maybe not this time. But if they don't, boy, it's gonna be a rough one come Saturday. It's gonna be a rough one in the chat.
No, it won't. No, it won't. All right.
Pavia, let's go.
All right, so it's to me now, and so I'm gonna go ahead. Pardo James Pavia. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't glaze Pavia I glazed Tony.
Oh, you glaze. You
so
glaze.
Tony gets glazed because Tony absolutely is a Pavia hater. Can't even admit when somebody does something good. The guy that's number one on the Heisman list. Tony says he's ass, and we have record of it. We have record of it.
Oh yeah, I've said it.
Anyway.
Oh, I've said it. Trust me.
I will say I agree.
He's not worthy of that, but go ahead.
I agree with Jordan. I agree with y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all right now, this game has been circled. Ryan Williams has it circled. Defense has it circled. They are going to set out to prove a point. And I'm going to say this. I don't think it's a steamroll. I think it's a better game than it was last year in terms of, well, we were just getting beat up from the beginning because he Milrowed us. But I'm saying, like, I think it's better for us this last year, and I think we hold the momentum, and I think it's about a 14-point win for Bama. So I'm going to go Bama and the points. So there we go.
So 14-0 Bama. Mark it because Pavia sucks.
That's fucking great. I hope so.
Pavia sucks.
I'll take that,
he
brother.
Sucks. Beating up all these little ass schools, and he's in a Heisman finalist. Get the fuck out of here. But go ahead.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one.
I had a good feel about his port.
Yeah, I know. Number 9, Texas at Florida. Texas is a 6.5-point favorite. 6.5-point favorite against Florida in the Fighting Lagways. Jordan, you start us off. Who you got?
Oh, boy. Well,
Chad, the Florida fan, said Texas by 75 or Texas by 50.
Thank you, Dees. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I know emotional hedge.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Gators plus 6.5 in this one. I'm still not sold on this Texas team. Their best win this year is 55-0 over Sam Houston School of the Blind. They've struggled against UTEP and San Jose State. Couldn't put either team away. This is also going to be their first road game since August.
But
Florida has a good defense. Florida's defense is going to give Arch Manning fits. Florida, it's been bad for Florida so far this year. There hasn't been much good. I think Lagway keeps the turnovers under control this week. Florida stays inside the number. I'm not going to call the outright upset, but Florida stays inside the number.
Okay. I mean, I'll say this, like Texas has probably the best loss because that Ohio State, I mean, they played them close. That's interesting. That's a good pick though, Jordan. I agree with your sound logic there. Tony, give us some fucking fuckery.
No,
give us some fuckery.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
He said, "Don't say it."
Don't say it yet.
No, because I mean, you can go ahead and steal it. I've stole your shit before, but
okay. So, so obviously, we both know. All of us know Texas, Florida, both offenses have struggled. There hasn't been much production from the quarterback position from either team. It's been pretty fucking lousy. Both teams do have pretty good defenses. Game is in Gainesville. I had this one circled for Florida, but the more I think about it, I think I'm going to go with Texas covering 6.5.
No.
I'm not saying
Tony, get the fuck away.
No, I'm not saying that they're going to destroy him, but I think they can maybe be in by tutty. But that's
get
probably
the fuck
about
away,
it.
Tony.
Hey, Lagway's been so damn bad. He's been so bad. Like I know Jordan thinks he might get it together this one somewhat.
I said it on the intro. There's no way. There's no way. Just like I wouldn't go with Illinois last week, I ain't going fucking Florida this week. Fuck them.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I took Texas.
Oh
I
shit!
exited out Texas.
All right, Riddle, you're up.
3-1. I love it.
So my notes on this one is: how will Arch Manning play on the road in the swamp against the best defense he's played against since Ohio State? And he struggled early for basically 3.5 quarters in that Ohio State game.
He did.
Troy brought it up in the chat. I have it wrote down here, right here. It says,
"What's up, Wolverine?"
Mannings tend to struggle against Florida, especially in the swamp. The key, and Jordan hit it on the head, is can Lagway and the offense not turn the ball over against a very good Texas defense? Lagway right now has 6 interceptions to 5 touchdowns. That is absolutely horrendous.
Terrible.
Yeah, but 5 was in one game. I mean,
Right. It still don't matter.
Stop it. Stop it.
I believe that this is going to be a very low scoring game. I still believe that this Florida team has a lot of talent, and now they have nothing to lose, and that is a dangerous thing. And just like Jordan said, I'm not sold on this Texas offense. I wouldn't be surprised if Florida pulls off the upset this weekend. I, too, am taking Florida and the points this weekend.
Damn it. It's not
as long as
Tony.
it ain't Tony, I'll take the
It's not
company.
Tony. God damn it, man. Shit. All right. Well, I'm out here on this Tony Island. The Pavia's paradise out here. Tony Pavia. James Franklin Jr. So all right. I'm going Texas. I can't pick Florida. So the key to Texas is Florida's defense is good. Texas's defense is better. They're better, and they have all the dogs on the team. And I promise you, if you follow recruiting at all, Texas is stacked. Ohio State, they gave them a run for the money. They didn't have the offensive firepower. Arch, he's getting better. It's against nobody.
Sam Houston.
Maybe he needed some confidence. That shit happens. You need confidence every now and then. It's like when you're having a hard time in a game, you throw a fucking little screen pass and Tony's bitching at you from the sidelines. But I mean, bottom line is I'm going Texas. I think the defense is better on Texas.
Think about this though, and this is the reason I took Florida. I just want to throw this in. That Ohio State game, and we have most of us consensus have Ohio State as the best team in the country right now. That Ohio State Texas game was 14-7. I expect a very similar type game.
I agree
this
with that.
weekend in this one.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. It'll be a dogfight. Okay, so that's cool. Now we're going to our second ranked matchup of the weekend. Number 3 Miami at number 18 Florida State University. The Free Shoes U, fresh off a loss against Virginia, and Miami, 4.5 point favorite. Who you got, Tony?
Yeah. Miami coming off somewhat beaten down Gators. Florida State, like you mentioned, losing to Virginia, and I kept saying how ass they are, which, I mean, they're not ass. I said that Saturday. They're just a okay good team that didn't deserve that ranking. I feel like Florida State, it's a rivalry game, first and foremost, conference game too. So I'm not even going to think about the previous game. This is in Tallahassee. I think this could be one of them old school Miami Florida State games because, let's face it, Miami, really good team, good defense. They're not explosive on offense. Florida State does have a lot of explosive play ability in them. They have done that this year. At least Miami has not. So I'm going to take Florida State in points. I'm going to say it's about a field goal game. Give me Florida State.
All right.
Not Miami.
I'm loving what I'm hearing from El Duque. Riddle, who you got knowing what Tony
me
picked?
and my useless stats that I pull up and interesting facts.
Go ahead.
This is the 70th meeting all time. Miami leads the series 36-33. This is also for the Florida Cup, the state championship of Florida. If you don't know, I'm sure everybody does. There's been 4 wide rights and a wide left in this series. If you don't know what that is, look it up. This is the 17th matchup with both teams ranked. Since 2000, these teams have played 26 times. Of those 26 times, 18 games have been decided by one score. The underdog has won 6 times. And since 2000, their records are even. They're 13-13. This is tiebreaker since 2000. Underdog has won 6 times. And when both are ranked, Miami is 6-5 against Florida State. Florida State, their offense is first nationally, averaging 600 yards per game. They're second in rushing with 336 yards per game, and they're first in points per game at 53. Some of those numbers are inflated by who they've played. Miami's defense is 13th nationally in yards per game, 9th against the run, and 9th in points per game. So this is going to be which one gets the upper hand. Carson Beck needs a bounce-back game here. He did not play well against Florida. Obviously, Florida State as a whole needs a bounce back. coming off their road loss at Virginia. I'm calling the upset this weekend. I'm going to take Florida State in this one, outright winner.
All right. Well, that gives me that gives Alabama a leg to stand on. Brandon, we just picked Brandon Darty says Bama versus Vandy. We just picked that, and we had what do we have? What was this? What was the tally, Riddle, for the Bama Vandy picks? What was how many of us were?
Oh, 3 Alabama and me, Vandy.
1 Vandy, 3 Bama.
1 Vandy.
So there we are. And the reason
and I'm
why
not calling the outright upset. I'm just taking that big spread because Bama's defense against the run struggles.
Yeah,
it was 14 points. I took the spread back. 10 is more feasible.
Yeah. All right.
10.5.
So
yeah, it's the same shit.
Jordan.
No.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Jordan, what you got?
Damn, this I hope Tony has turned to leaf this week. Because I'm also rolling the Seminoles plus 4.5. I think this game is high scoring affair. I think it'll be the last team with the ball wins. I just think 4.5 is too many. Give me Florida State outright by a field goal.
God dang. Motherfucker, give me Miami. God damn it, motherfucker, give me Miami. And I'm going to tell you why. Miami's defense is worlds better than most people give them credit for. Their defensive line, they have probably one of the best defensive players in the country in Ruben Bain. And I think their front seven is going to be a difference maker. Florida State only wants to run the ball. They can throw, but that's not really what Thomas Castellanos is known for. And I'm not going to say he can't throw. He can. But it plays right into Miami's strength. It's going to be, strength versus strength. And I'm going to go Miami. I think Miami has a better quarterback. Fuck y'all. How about that?
I just want to say real quick. I saw you reply to him in the chat.
Yeah.
Brandon Darty, if we were picking outright, I would pick Alabama 99 times out of 100 in this game. But that 10.5, if this game's 35-25 or 45-35, Vandy covers that spread. And I think it could be exactly that.
Yeah. Andy says Vandy will beat Bama. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's hard to win on the road. It's hard to win on the road. Don't mistake it. On the road is a whole different monster. Study the stats. So out of every team in the SEC, who has the longest home winning streak now? You got to look at the stats. If we want to talk numbers.
We got to bring that up.
I'm just fucking with you, Riddle. Yeah, I'm not picking on you. I'm not picking on you. And okay, so moving on to our last game, Mississippi State at number 6, Texas A&M. 14.5 for Texas A&M. And we just saw what Tennessee struggled with this weekend. 14.5.
Tennessee did not struggle.
14.5 is what we got it at, Jordan.
That was off ESPN on Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I wrote it down wrong, I guess.
Yeah,
and
sorry.
Just so everybody knows, the current longest home winning streak in the SEC is the Missouri Tigers at 15.
Yay!
There you go, Jeff. Keep them humble.
I didn't say a team. I didn't say a team, Riddle. I didn't say a team at all. I didn't say a team. I just said it's hard to win on the road, and it is. That's the truth. It's hard to win on the road. The fact that Missouri is the number one team in the SEC, that should tell you all, because Tony will tell you their ass 14 out of fucking 15 days.
They are.
So, I mean,
cannot change my mind at all about Missouri.
Missouri's a tough place to play, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Columbia. Okay. All right. So, Jordan, Riddle, you lead us off. Mississippi State, Texas A&M, 14.5.
All right. Blake Shapen struggled against Tennessee. He'll need to play better in this one, plain and simple. There was a name that I threw out in one of our preseason shows. It was a name to keep an eye on, and that was the running back from Mississippi State, Fluff Bothwell. He had 23 carries, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns against Tennessee. He's got 70 carries on the year, 405 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Mississippi State is 6th in the SEC in rushing, 204.8 yards per game, and 5th in points per game. A&M has struggled offensively against Auburn, and then they've struggled defensively at times too. They're 10th in the SEC against the run. That's tough. 9th against the pass and 13th in points per game. The key to this game is Mississippi State shutting down Marcel Reed. Don't let him throw the deep ball. They're living and dying by the deep ball this year. If you look at the stats and everything they've done, and if you watched them play, they love to throw the deep ball. A&M's key is stopping the run, but just their difficulty stopping the run and Mississippi's strength being running the football. This is another one. I'm going to take the underdog in the points. I'm going to take Mississippi State.
Woo! That's a 14.5 is big. That's big.
That is big.
Jordan, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to get this game. A&M's coming in kind of limping offensively. Mississippi State coming off just a soul-crushing defeat at home last week.
Against, an inferior team.
Yeah, and honestly, a spot they never should have been in. They were gifted 21 points on 3 turnovers. All that said, I'm going to lay 14.5 with the Aggies at home.
Boom!
Mississippi State comes off a soul crusher, and they get absolutely destroyed in this one.
Crab cakes and football. That's what we do. Tony.
Yeah.
Give us your touch of death so we can all pick against it.
Okay, well, this is another game I've kind of gone back and forth today. Mississippi, Riddle touch on that. They've had issues, pass protection, right? Jeff Levy, hell, he had them playing over their heads last week. They're lucky they didn't lose by 3 TDs, but it is what it is because they are the inferior opponent. Tennessee took their ass to the woodshed pretty much in terms of defense, getting to the quarterback. They did, I think, 6 or 7 sacks. That's kind of a big deal. The only thing that I'm afraid that could keep this game close, is both teams are like bottom in the SEC for sure, but probably most of the league in terms of penalties. I think like one of them is ranked 133, the other's 134. Penalties could keep this game close, but then got this other side here where I feel like Taylor Green could possibly expose Mississippi State secondary because let's face it, look what Joey Aguilar pretty much did to him last week. It went for some bullshit offensive pass interference call in Braswell.
Yeah, he misspoke. He said Taylor Green. You meant Marcel Reed.
Oh yeah, Marcel Reed.
Yeah. I knew what you meant, bro.
I was like, wait, what?
It hit me too, but I was letting you cook.
But I do this. I feel like once.
It's okay,
every
bro.
Fucking week.
Dude, nobody gives a shit.
I was about to say I don't care. Anyways, I feel like obviously Mississippi State, their secondary is weak because look what Joey did to him last week. Hell, all he had to do is throw the balls up. Unfortunately, Matthews couldn't catch one, and then he had the offense pass interference. It is what it is. And the more I think about this Mississippi State, I think this might be their first road game since maybe week 1. Hell, I'm not sure. So I'm going to flip, and I'm going to take Texas A&M on that 14.5.
Shit.
Tony about to have the week of his life this week.
So Kia says the woodshed is a bit much, Tony. He watched that game, and the woodshed is a bit much. I will say this.
Ate Chapin's ass up.
I will say this.
And
that defense got ran over like they were cupcakes on a fucking fall summer day.
We're not talking about running the ball. We're not talking about running. I said.
I thought the defense was all. I mean, I thought it was all one.
If A&M slows down that rush of theirs, they're going to be in some fucking trouble. They're going to be in a lot of trouble.
I like Elko's defense. I like Elko's defense. Tony lives in the world of delusion. Dylan Rockwell, yes, that's true. He does. We could give you many examples of that.
Damn.
Okay. So, Kias, grab you a drink because we're about to go over the
Brandon,
best
who are you
part.
taking in that game?
I'm fucking Texas A&M. As much as it fucking pains me.
I'm alone in a couple of these games, and I kind of like it.
I know.
Can I add just real quick, talking about how our dislike for the AP poll? Can you tell me how it makes any sense in this world that 2 teams have identical records, have played each other, and the team that won is not ranked, and the team that lost is ranked right now. Make it make sense, because Arizona State is back in the rankings and Mississippi State is not, and they have identical records and they've played head to head.
Yeah, I disagree with that completely because 100%, whether we want to say woodshed, whatever we want to fucking say about Mississippi State, they gave Tennessee all they wanted, and Tennessee won in overtime. That alone was a feat for them to even get Tennessee, who I think is a very good team. I said it tonight. I think they're a great team with like Heisman Trophy contenders on the team, and they took them to overtime. It makes no sense.
Oh, I still have Mississippi State. It got blurry. I still have Mississippi State in my rankings. I don't have Arizona State in mine.
We will.
First off, your eyes don't work. And second, you must be going deaf. Because I said they took Chafin's ass to the woodshed, which they did with 6 or 7 sacks. Yes, they took that quarterback to the fucking woodshed. But go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So here we are. We're at the section that we like to call riddles, fucking answer. We'll call it riddles poor.
No, I like
anyway, riddle. We're giving you the answer real quick, and then we will jump into the most anticipated segment of the evening, Pardo's Poor.
So let me get to it. The answer was Miami, and we had a lot of correct answers come in. D's got it first, Josh got it second, Big Hunt got it third. Troy and Chad both got it right after the fact. The 4 teams that have lost their opener and won a national championship were the Ohio State Buckeyes in 57, the Alabama Crimson Tide in 1965, the USC Trojans in 1974, and then the Hurricanes there in 1983.
Boo! That was a good one. That was definitely a good one. So, if you got kids, put them to bed. Because it's time to get a little raucous in this motherfucker. It's time to get a little crazy, and we're going to open up the mic for Pardo's Poor. Those of you that are new to the channel, Pardo's Poor is where a little bitch goes off crying about something. I'm just playing. It's where Pardo goes on his rant about something.
Truth, ladies.
Something he didn't like about this last week, Tony. Last week. And hold on, we gotta wait for Riddle. We gotta wait for Riddle to get back. We gotta wait for Riddle to get back. Riddle's back now. So we will now. Deez wants to know before we go into Pardo's Poor, what is the overall points standings?
I haven't added them up yet for this week. Okay.
So Deez, give us time.
I'll make sure to have that updated for Saturday.
No, you won't.
Right. Well, we might.
We'll message you.
Yeah.
All right. With that said, Pardo, pour it out.
Yep. All right.
Oh no! What is it brought to you by?
This pour is brought to you by Henry McKenna, the 10-year bottle and bond.
That's the Jordan special right there.
Little McKinney.
Fine bottle.
Riddle,
right there.
what do you got?
I have the Jack Daniel's American Single Malt. It is an international bottle.
And I have Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. Jordan?
Got a bottle of water.
God, man.
Nice.
You stud, you. All right, here we are. Tony, pour it out.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to touch just on a couple things. Riddle kind of touched on the rankings thing, so he kind of took that thunder out from me because the rankings is bullshit. I said this from the get-go, from the very first show this year. Rankings are fucking stupid. We got guys... We got teams, actually. Teams are beating up on bums. Yes, bums. I said bums. Like Vandy. They just keep moving up spot. Here, we got Tennessee. All right, so everybody is jumping on Mississippi State's nuts. They played a decent game. They still fucking lost. Tennessee went on the road, had to deal with this bullshit cowbell. They get the win. We're still stuck in above 15. So I'm sure this week, Tennessee's on the bye, obviously. We'll probably drop a couple spots. If Vandy even manages to keep it close against Tuscaloosa, I guarantee them motherfuckers are going to put them at fucking 15. Just fucking watch. Besides all this ranking bullshit. Now, I'm going to get a little more into this Pavia and Bama shit.
God, I'm so excited.
I
hope you talk so much shit about Pavia because I'm done with this motherfucker.
Hey, it's not going to be done the rest of this year because Either I'm gonna keep it going, or you're gonna keep it going, Poppy.
One of us can keep it going. Okay.
I did pick Bama. I did pick Bama to take the points, 10.5, all that good shit. But it would not hurt my feelings.
Don't you say it, you fucking whore.
It would not. No, this one actually would not hurt my feelings if somehow they pulled it up, because all this shit I keep hearing about this motherfucker runs Tennessee. Well, if anything, if he pulls this shit off, he runs fucking Alabama. You cannot say that he runs Tennessee when that ass of his has not beat Tennessee. We spotted that fucking loser 17 points last year in Nashville. Unlike another team I can't relate to that fucking lost there and still whooped his ass. I think he might have finished with like fucking 140, 150 yards passing, didn't do much on the ground. He had a garbage time TD, made the game look a little better. Whatever. My thing is, I want this Diego Pavia talk to keep going regardless. Whatever the outcome of this fucking game is this week. You guys stick to what you guys say about Pavia. And I know Riddle touched on, or what'd you say about Vandy about being disrespected top 25? Why? Who the fuck are they beat? How the fuck are they being disrespected? They're 5-0
for Heisman
against who?
AP
Against fucking who? Shut up, Poppy for Heisman.
Kia said, Tony, you finally have done it. You've lost your fucking mind.
I lose my mind every time I talk about sports, okay? So that's like my heart is pumping in my chest right now. I feel like it exploded because
Troy
this
says,
shit really pisses me off.
I'm writing Tony's name on the board. Jordan, you want to come in? Oh, my Lord.
I'm good. No. So whatever happens this fucking Saturday, I hear all this talk about Pavia this, Pavia that, Vandy being disrespected. No, they're not being disrespected. They haven't done shit. Now, if they beat Bama, okay, then we'll give them a little bit of the flowers. I'll give them.
Okay, that's what my question was going to be. If Pavia throws for 200, runs for 100, and they pull off the upset again, do you give his respect?
I just said that, yeah.
Then Tony better move out because he's coming to move in his fucking house. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm not. But hey.
He's already said it. Pavia said I'm going.
Before, what will Bama do against a mobile? What will Bama do against a mobile quarterback? You tell me. What will Bama do against a mobile quarterback? Hey, you said that they struggle against mobile quarterback yourself.
They do, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Josh,
it's the defensive scheme. It's the defensive scheme. It doesn't match up well, and I will tell you this: Castellanos is not a great quarterback, but he looked great against Bama. And the only reason why I picked Bama in this game is because I do think we've had this game circled. There's numbers of players on this team. They want this game because this is the game where Bama lost their swag, if you want to say that. This game last year is where they lost everything they had going for them.
Yeah, this game might be bigger than the Tennessee game, third Saturday in October, honestly. Because if Bama comes out and lays a fucking egg at home.
Well, the deal is Tennessee. If we lose to Tennessee, it's a tough loss, and it's oh shit, we lost another third Saturday in October to Tennessee. Josh Heupel, the whole thing. If we lose to Vanderbilt, it's fucking terrible.
All right, so Josh says Vandy is disrespected. He says to me, Vandy is disrespected. Vandy isn't a football school. That's right, they're not a football school, and they can't get players. Also, now what I'm saying, they're good for at what they are, but let's stop acting like they're
That boy Wolverine.
The last time
no one needs to act like they're a playoff team, a top 15.
He asked when the last time Vandy was 5-0. That was 2008.
So,
James Franklin.
Wolverine Gage on YouTube says he thinks Bama wins this one.
Oh, really?
He says whoever that fucktard is over there calling and talking about Pavia, he said it ain't gonna happen.
Hey, I took Bama in the points. They just better prove me right. They better prove me right because they don't. Whoop.
Josh is right. Josh is right. He said SE schools where you have to have a 4.0 GPA to go to Vandy, and then being 5-0 is a big deal.
Oh,
and it is a big deal. Yeah, kudos to them for that.
I'm just gonna say this, and I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not so sure that's the case anymore.
Yeah, because look at the quarterback.
I'm being honest with you, Riddle. I'm being
Dude's a
100%
fucking
honest,
idiot.
transparent. I'm saying I don't know if that's the case anymore. All the standards that we used to hold at like Michigan, Ohio State, Florida, Georgia, for instance, is a very good school. Tennessee, all these schools, I'm not so sure that even matters anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Not with the NIL.
Instead, they've dropped the GPA requirements at Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
Notre Dame's got goddamn street thugs walking through the fucking halls. I'm just telling you.
Wait, whoa. That's the Catholic school now. Come on now. That ain't the convicts.
They don't care. They want to win. Anyway, but yeah, so Tony, that was good. That was good.
Now, are we gonna watch this game together Saturday? That's what.
No, I'm driving to Florida.
He'll be gone. He'll be gone.
I'm driving to Florida.
Damn.
So if we go live Saturday, either I'll have to go live and y'all join via phone, or Jordan can go live. We'd have to do it that way because you'll be on the road, won't you, Brandon?
Yes.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes.
We might
Mario
do
Moore
that.
got
We'll talk a
in.
little more this week about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Like I said, if it's that easy, we can just do it via phone. But
Because we all got Discord on our phones, right?
you have to go live from a platform.
Well, right.
Yeah,
I could go live on TikTok only.
You have to just do a TikTok live.
Yes, it has to be a TikTok.
Yeah,
only.
everybody send invites and join.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be
TikTok only show. We couldn't.
We
do
are too,
YouTube
Big
or-
Hunt. We are too, bro.
I just want to be
So-
live with you. What you sweat? That's
Well,
what I wanted to watch.
all you got to do is come to
See, hey, I'm
Nunley
chilling
Stadium
this
because
week.
that's where I'll be for the game.
Oh, yeah?
Because Brody, they moved Brody's game back to fucking 5, and so anyway, yeah, it's a whole big deal. Trust me.
And y'all are leaving after the game.
Yes, so we were going to leave
Oof.
after the game that was supposed to start at 2. So we were going to get down there at about 11, get a hotel. We already have everything set up, and they fucking ruined it. So that's a whole different conversation for a whole nother day because I don't even want to get into that.
It's a little off topic. Pardo's Poor got me to thinking.
Pardo's Poor. Gets everybody
Talking about
thinking.
beating up on bums. Do y'all remember when they had made those bum fight DVDs? They'd have them fight like a hell sandwich. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Oh
those
my
VHS.
God, them bum
Yeah, they
fight
had
DVDs. Dude, I remember a lot of shit back in the 90s that we had no business watching. Anyway,
That's our generation doesn't suck. And it went to hell
Yeah.
afterwards.
we're gonna. D says he has 5 of them on the shelf. All right, so we're gonna do a real round the world real quick. Tony, anything closing remarks?
No, fuck Bandy.
Right.
That's about it. I
Riddle.
just had to say it.
Riddle, any closing remarks?
Anchor down.
Oh goddamn.
Hey,
Jordan,
anchor down. We don't move, baby.
any
That's a bit right, Jeff.
I didn't want to do the ball for life, and I couldn't remember exactly what their symbol is.
This is the VU. Yeah,
Okay, so it is-
you.
Okay, anchor down.
It's a goober. It's a goober. That's
The
what
ball
it
is
is.
that way.
All right.
VOL.
Jordan,
Oh,
what you got?
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Jordan, any closing comments besides
No,
the shocker? All
I
right.
tore Jeff up enough.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Lock, Loaded, and Go to this week. Like I said, I'm Brandon Andrews. We got Tony Pardo, Jeff Riddle Jr., and Jordan Elkins, and we are the Lock, Loaded, and Go to crew. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing to us. We are on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And for those wanting to listen to the audio version of this or go back and listen to this fucking zany ass show, we are a podcast that is on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts, and we would appreciate your support there as well. That's going to do it for us this week. Thank you guys for tuning in to Lock, Loaded, and Goated. We will see you on Wednesday of next week unless we have a some sort of special live show on TikTok this weekend. But with that said, we're going to see you all in the next one.